5 o'clock, all of a sudden it's going to be a massive evacuation. It's pretty hard at that point to know what to do next, because you've got helicopters above you yelling, please leave your house, grab your medication. It's pretty scary, and it was hard to think irrationally at that particular moment.
Meeting the neighbors and hearing the stories about their loss of photos always get me. I know there's so much emotion, and now kind of dealing with how to go forward in the future.
Having lived here for all this time, I really didn't think it was going to be catastrophic on the Bow. Our home has never flooded before. When the water level was rising so fast here, the basement was very quickly filling up. We stayed, we shut off the gas, we shut off the power, we secured the house, and we left.
The water table rises and it flows through the substrata, and it flows into our basements where there's cracks. Not every basement is built so that it doesn't seep.
Over 85% of flood damage here in Bowness and through most riverfront communities in Calgary is a result of groundwater flooding, not overland flooding.
The city's own studies demonstrate that with the barrier that they're proposing, the people in the flood fringe will expect to receive groundwater flooding. The residents who are required to have a barrier on their property will experience the most groundwater flooding.
It was out of the blue, oh, we're building this thing. You could line up at the first community meeting, find out how tall it was going to be, where it was going to be in your yard, and there was a total disconnect.
And they want to come and say, no, we want to tell you what the project is, like the Berm here, and you're going to love it. And people are saying, hold it, you've got the cart in front of the horse. So this has been the constant concern with the residents here. The city's not listening.
Why the city has failed to adequately engage the people that are directly affected by this, why the city councillors aren't more aware of what's happening with this project, because it stands to impact, I think, everybody in Calgary.
The problem that the city was trying to address, that of overland flooding, has never been our fundamental problem here in Bowness. And if the city had engaged with us as a community and as property owners, I think we could have contributed to formulating a plan that would be effective.
Without groundwater protection, I don't know what the benefit is. Like, it's somewhere, but it just doesn't justify the cost.
These things can actually be detrimental to the community. It also has a negative impact on things like wildlife, natural corridors, vegetation, old growth trees. All these kind of things get destroyed by this.
Some of the residents are saying we don't want to burn. And the primary reason is it's very, very questionable whether it will work.
Flood mitigation would be like a true solution, not just kind of a half solution to me. To me, that is proper management upstream, whether that's a bigger reservoir or managing current infrastructure in the best way possible. Keep it out of the way and actually stop water.
Continuing to live in a groundwater flooded home is not safe. People that have lived through this experience and who have rolled up their sleeves and cleaned up from it.
I would like all Calgarians to be concerned about this. It's really the canary in the coal mine that is an incredible waste of taxpayers' dollars. And the city continues to push this project without listening to our concerns. The engagement process has been most dissatisfactory. I'm hearing that that's a problem among many communities with new projects.
I think the people of Bowness are open-minded, are creative, and are generative, and I'd like to see their generativity contribute to how we address this problem.